In the previous video, I have explained about what is computer network. We have seen the definition of the computer network. Today, I want to discuss about how the data communication takes place among computers. That is developed by an ISO International Standard Organization developed a model called OSI, Open System Interconnection. Two open systems are interconnected. Interconnected means they can able to exchange information, but the data communication how the data communication can takes place. But this involves so many problems. Let us see the problems one by one. How the communication takes place. So many problems involved in this communication. First, suppose users stayed at different places. Users are stayed at different places. Second one is, I mean, one user is placed at US, another user is, another user is in India. How the communication can takes place. Second one knows Hindi, another knows only Telugu. For suppose one knows only Hindi language, another knows only Telugu language. Then we need some translator. How the then we need some translator. Okay. Next, third problem, which is the best route to reach the to pass the message. What is the best route to pass the message from India to US? What is the best route? What is the fastest route? We need to observe. This can be this is the one problem. Another problem is security of the message. How can secure the message? uh, this is one problem. Another problem is errors in the message. Modification. Errors in the message means if anyone in the network maybe modify the message. So this is the main problem. Next one is size of the message. Size of the message. One system supports some size, another system supports another size. How this problem can be solved? Reliability of the message. The reliability of the how the reliability of the message can takes place. These are so many problems. All these problems can be solved by OSI model, Open System Interconnection model. All these problems can be solved by OSI model. This OSI model can develop a seven layer model. These seven layers are application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer. All these seven layers have set of protocols. Using these protocols, above mentioned problems can be solved. What is meant by application? Application layer is nothing but user friendly. User can sit in the application layer and want to communicate with the another user. This application in the first system, these all seven layers are installed. In the receiver side also, all these seven layers are installed. All the protocols are available. This is the OSI model. This application layer is end user. This user application layers can contact with the application layer in the another side. This presentation layer is can contact with the another side of the presentation layer. The session layer can also communicated with the session layer in the another side. Transport layer also communicated with the transport layer in the another side. Network layer also communicated with the network layer. Data link layer also communicated with the data link layer. Physical layer also communicated with the physical layer. Through physical medium, these two systems are interconnected. They can able to exchange information. They can able to exchange physical layer. What is the function of the physical layer? Line configuration. Line configuration means defines how two or more devices can be connected physically. How these two systems are connected can be defined by the line configuration. Data transmission. How the data transmission can take place. Topology. Topology means how the nodes are connected in a network. How the nodes are connected in a network. Signals. How the signals are transmitted. These all can be solved by the physical layer. Physical layer protocol can solve these problems. Data link layer can solve different problems. What are those? Data link layer. In the data link layer, message in the form of framing messages in the form of frames. Physical addressing. What is the address of the another node? What is the address of the node? This node can be identified by the physical address. Flow control means two systems are communicate with each other. These two systems can be controlled. Why? Because flow control means one user can send the message with 10 mbps per second, and another end user can receive the message only 5 mbps per second, then there is a loss of the message. So these two systems can be controlled by the flow control mechanism. Error control means any error in the message can be solved by this data link layer. Access control mechanism, only one channel is available, so who is access the medium is used by who, used by who. These all problems can be solved by the data link layer. Network layer means internetworking addressing. Internet protocol address is available to identify the node. Routing means what is the best route. I have already explained. Routing means what is the best route, which is the best route to pass the message. Routing. Network layer, this can be done by the network layer, this can be solved by network layer. Packets are available in the network layer. Transport layer, source point addressing, segmentation and reliability, connection control, flow control, and error control. Transport layer mainly deals with the process to process communication. Process to process communication can be done by the transport layer. Data link layer, the data link layer, node to node delivery. Node to node delivery can be done by the data link layer. Next one is session layer. Session layer means what are the functions of session layer. Dialog control, what is meant by dialog control? Manage the communication between two devices. Two devices, how the communication can take place, who can send data, for how long during the session. Session maintains how long during the session can be done by the dialog control. Synchronization means correct sequence received in order. Correct sequence of the message, how the sequence of the message can take place, received in order or in order, can be done by the synchronization. Session layer functions are dialog control, synchronization. Presentation layer main goal is translation. I have already explained. One system knows Hindi, another system knows English, then how can these two systems can communicate? A translator is needed. There is a translator. Encryption means message can be encrypted with some code language. The message can be modified. That modified message can be sent to the receiver. Then using that code language, it can decrypt the message. So encryption and decryption can be done by the presentation layer. Compression, so size of the message can be it is there may be problem like that the message size should be less than 4 MB. Then then this message can be compressed by the sender. Another side of the receiver can decrypt, uncompress the message. Application layer. What is the application layer? In application layer, file transfer access management, mail services, DNS, domain name server, HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, FTP file transfer protocol, SMTP simple mail transfer protocol, POP post office protocol, IMAP internet mail access protocol. These all protocols can be available in application layer. In application layer, user interact with the system. User uses the system in user friendly manner and can communicate with the another side of the application layer. All these problems I have explained 7 problems. So all these 7 problems can be addressed by these 7 layer protocol. So communication takes place very easily. So in the network layer, in the application layer, first message can be transmitted transmitted from application layer. Application layer header is added to the message. Next one is presentation layer. Then message sent to presentation layer header is added to the presentation layer. And these presentation functions like encryption, decryption, translation can be done by the presentation layer. Then message can be forwarded to session layer. Session layer header is added. Session layer do its functions. Next session layer to transport layer, message can be transmitted. Transport layer header is added, and then transport layer functions can be done by the transport layer. Next one is network layer. Routing transport layer. In the network layer, routing can be performed by the network layer, and network layer header is added to the message. Then data link layer. Data link layer, header and trailer, two are added to data link layer. Both header and trailer can be added by the data link layer. Next, physical layer. Physical layer header is added to the message. This message can be transmitted to physical medium. In the physical medium, message can be modified like raw bits, in the form of raw bits. Message in the application layer, message in the form of textual, video, either anything. In the each and every layer downwards, it goes to downwards and added. Each and every layer header can be added. In the application layer, this message can be called as application layer protocol data unit. In the presentation layer, this message can be called as presentation layer protocol data unit. In the session layer message can be called as session layer protocol data unit. In the transport layer message can be called as segment. In the network layer, message can be called as packet. In the data link layer, message can be called as frame. In the physical layer, message can be called as raw bits, in the form of raw bits. In the raw bits, zeros and ones. In the physical medium, through physical medium, zeros and ones means signals. These through physical media, either copper wire, fiber optic, coaxial cable, either of the device, either these devices can pass the message to the in the form of signals. These signal can be reached to physical layer of the receiver. The physical layer header is removed. Next it goes to data link layer. Data link layer header is removed and it performs the functions, data link layer functions. And the network layer header is removed. In the transport layer header is removed. In the session layer session layer header is removed. The presentation layer header is removed. The application layer header is removed. At the last, original message can be received by the user. This is how the data communication takes place in the ISO OSI model. In the network layer, some protocols are available. IP, Internet Protocol Address. This address is used to identify a system in the network. Transport layer, two protocols are available: TCP, UDP, Transmission Control Protocol, User Data Gun Protocol. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, means it is connection oriented protocol. UDP means User Data Gun Protocol, it is connectionless protocol. Data link layer, MAC, medium access control, is available in data link layer. Physical layer, the physical layer, some devices are working in physical layer. Hub repeater modem. Hub repeater modem can be available in physical layer. Repeater means which regenerates the signal. Data link layer, switch and bridge can work in data link layer. Data link layer. Network layer, router can forward the packets to the destination. TCP, transmission control protocol, firewall. Session layer, gateway is used to protocol conversion. From protocol conversion, the gateway can be used. This is how the data communication can takes place among between two devices, between two computers. That's it. Thank you.